We often hear about the arts being an economic engine that makes Boston a great place to go for people around the world. But the same can also be said about destinations in the neighborhoods. One example is Dudley Square in Roxbury, where a local arts group has organized a pop-up store for the holidays. And to tell us about the new venture by Art Rocks is the executive director of Discover Roxbury, Derek Lumpkins. Thank you very much for being with us, Derek.
Thank you.
Art Rocks is actually a series that Discover Roxbury put together. So put this in perspective here. What's the whole point of all the different events throughout the year?
So Art Rocks is our year-long series of arts programming in Roxbury. We have a lot of different things, from art tours to Roxbury Open Studios to what we have this time, which is the holiday gift show. Usually the show is about a weekend, but we were given the opportunity to spread it out over the course of a month. And so we're really making this a sharper focus on artists, crafters, and other vendors in Roxbury.
The shop opened today, so how did it go over?
It went well. It went well. Because it's so cold today, there was a little bit of light foot traffic, but those who came by stopped, looked through the windows. We would wave them in. They would come in. They looked around. I think everybody who's showing today made a sale or a couple of sales, and people said they were going to come back again. So it's going really well, actually.
So when we talk about the word art, because that can mean a lot of things here in this shop, anything from, I guess, clothing, jewelry, paintings, maybe, cards.
Yes, absolutely. Right. So in this case, for the holidays, we definitely want it to be unique, original, and one-of-kind handmade works of art. It can be arts and crafts, so paintings, jewelry. There's someone who has shea butter, different types of soaps. There's some beautiful aprons there. So, I mean, just really interesting things that are being created and sold here in Roxbury.
And some quilts, too, right?
There's some quilts, too, yes. Yeah.
Talk about the notion that some people have that, well, if it's art, it's too pricey or it's just too odd maybe for people. But, you know, if you look at what's going on here, looking at some of the reactions, what did you feel?
People loved it. They absolutely loved it. So this is an art that's out of anybody's price range. I mean, the point of this, especially for the artists, is to sell their work. So it does go from a variety of price points from, I believe, about $20 or so up to the hundreds of dollars. And, you know, variety of price points, a variety of practical needs. So if you need to fill your wall with some artwork, you can buy a painting. If you just want a beautiful apron, you can buy a beautiful apron. If you're looking for some creams or some soaps or just different things, you can buy all those too. So, I mean, it's a variety of price points, a variety of interests as well.
You know, and it sounds attractive to me because instead of going to some mall and you're saying, should I give them a plastic card or should I get something that you know, is really special for someone who's special to me? This might fill the niche pretty well.
Absolutely. I mean, all of these are, like I said, they're one of a kind, they're unique. So you're definitely going to find things which will appeal to you personally, but you may also find things which appeal to the loved ones in your life as well. The other benefit of this is that it's part of the whole shop local movement. So shop Roxbury, shop local. A lot of people don't associate those two things. You know, they try to go out to the malls, or they go downtown, or they go to different neighborhoods. And we're really trying to keep that dollar in the neighborhood as well, because we do have a lot of artists and crafters and other vendors, and each one of them is their own small business. So this is a chance to collectivize them all into one place to really encourage people to shop and patronize these vendors as well.
And if I'm not mistaken, I guess most of these artists are from the greater Roxbury area.
They are. Some come from a little bit further afield, so we have some from Quincy, from Watertown. I think there's one from Malden or Medford. So they do come from a little bit further out, but most of them are from greater Roxbury.
Of course, the other purpose here is not just for artists to have a better year, but talk about what this means for all of Dudley Square.
So Dudley's going through a lot of changes right now. There's a lot of new buildings going up, a lot of new buildings that are being proposed. And so a lot of this is bringing in developers from downtown, bringing in hotels from other states, bringing in other things into Dudley Square. And this is great. This pop-up shop is great because it gives local talent the opportunity to shine. And I think that a lot of people are forgetting that there is a lot of local talent that needs to be taken care of and that it needs the opportunity to present itself. And this is one way in which we're participating in that and making sure that the locals are not forgotten in the whole equation.
What about the way artists think about their potential, you could say viewers, you could also say customers here too, because as they get right into the heart of a business district to sell things, I guess that would change the way they look at this too, right?
Look at Dudley Square?
Not just Dudley Square, but look at what they do, because their purpose is to connect with people, and this is a very straightforward way to do it.
It is, and this is something that we communicate with them with every Art Rocks event that we do. We say, have your cards, make sure that your display is set up in a way which is welcoming to people. Make sure you smile, just simple things which make a big difference to people. So we definitely try to make sure that it's interactive and it's not just someone sitting there. People just walk up, look, and there's no real interaction other than a transaction. We want there to actually be an interactive experience.
Yeah, an interactive artist. By the way, we should mention the times when this is open, because this is going to be through December 24th, but not every day of the week.
That's correct. So the pop-up shop is open from November 30th through December 24th, and it's open Friday through Monday. Friday during lunch from 11 to 2, Saturday and Sunday throughout the day from 11 to 5, and Monday again at lunch from 11 to 2.
I know there are more details online, so if people want that, where should they look?
They can go to our website, which is discoverroxbury.org.
Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.
From Discover Roxbury, Derek Lumpkins.